To deepen the conversation, we asked an expert to explain its history and how it stands apart from Independence Day. Multilateral relations expert, change leader, policy influencer, and multimedia content innovator, Dr. Kris Rampersad, to get some insight.
In 1962, we became independent, which meant that we were able to vote for a prime minister and relinquish Britain as the head of government. In 1976, we became a republic, which meant we replaced the governor as head of state with a president as head of state. What this meant was that the national constitution, which was developed in 1962 for independence, was modified to accommodate and pass on the powers of the governor, who was appointed by Britain, to the president, who was appointed by an electoral college of parliament.
Now, let's look at some of the constitutional developments that marked Trinidad and Tobago's move to republic status.
Well, the key change, as I mentioned, that substituted the powers that were assigned to the governor to the president of the head of state. And then, of course, it entrenched in the use of our own national symbols as primary symbols of the nation. Whereas before, we would have had the coat of arms, we would have had the national bird and the national flag, but these would have had to be used in conjunction with the British flag and what have you. So with a Republican status, it was a matter of national pride. A lot depended on national pride that we were here now taking charge of our own destiny as a young nation. The importance for Republican status was because it gave us more autonomy and more control over our governance. All right. So one of the major complaints about colonialism, for instance, was absentee governance. And while we had a prime minister, the head of state was a governor appointed by Britain. And many of the laws passed in Parliament, for instance, still had to be assented to by the governor. So with Republican status, we were able, with a local appointed as a president, this allowed for a smoother system, greater autonomy. It was more in control. Britain was no longer involved, and Britain no longer had a hand in our governance system.
That brings our series on Republic Day to an end, reflecting on the turning points and milestones that have shaped Trinidad and Tobago for almost 50 years. Special thanks to multilateral relations expert, change leader, policy influencer, and multimedia content innovator, Dr. Kris Rampersad. We appreciate her time and contributions, which helped us understand the significance of our republic system. With nearly 5 decades as a republic, we honor our past while continuously shaping a future built on our shared values. Happy Republic Day!
Be stronger than the pain, build up the land again. Giving is your dharma, building is your karma. Go ascending you on a mission.
You are curious and creative. You can love and give up freely. You are smarter than a smartphone. Yes, you are. I can try, you have seen me too. I can reach with my imagination. Yes, I can. To touch the stars high up in the sky. Yes, I can. I can hold.
You are curious and creative. You can love and give out freely. You are smarter than a smartphone. Yes, you are. I can cry, you have seen me too.